Okay, well, we've made episode 2 and I've had a lot of help getting to this point, but yep, we've made it. And my name is Kathy and I am a disabled maker, and if you want to know a bit more about my disability, I have done an Instagram story on my Instagram which explains a little bit more about it. So my Instagram is Whatnot, and I can also be found on Ravelry as K1968, and I have an Etsy store which is also Whatnot. Okay, so that's my intro. Might improve on that later on down the track, but that's what I've got so far. Now, first off, I'd just like to say a humongous thank you to Lindsay from Stitch Create Love. She gave me the most beautiful shout out on her channel. It was just lovely, considering that she really doesn't know me at all, and a lot of you that are now watching, and thanks to everybody that has subscribed or even just watched my last episode. Thanks so much, and thank you so much to Lindsay for giving me the shout out and giving me a little bit of coverage in, you know, the great big wide world of the internet. Lindsay, if any of you aren't following Lindsay, as I said, she is Stitch Create Love. That is her YouTube. She has some great chatty podcasts. That's great to just sit there and have a cuppa and knit and listen to her and see what she's up to. She's also done some fantastic tutorials, and I've got all the bits cut out ready to make some of the environmentally friendly washcloths that she was promoting on her last podcast. So I'm hoping to have those sewn together. I've had a few other things on my plate, but I'm hoping to have them sewn together and ready for the next podcast. I'd also like to give a little shout out to Joan, one of the people that have subscribed. She was very fascinated with my backward knitting on my shawl that I showed in the last podcast, and recommended that potentially down the track I could do a tutorial on backward knitting, and once I'm more technologically capable, that will happen. So thanks, Joan. Okay, now you're probably wondering who this is sitting next to me. This is the brains behind the operation. This is my daughter Mandy, whom I will probably mostly refer to as Mel, because that's what I've called her for her whole life.
That's true.
Yep. So anything that you see that is remotely fancy or technical on any of my social platforms, including this one, is because Mel has created it for me. She has done all the work on my Instagram. She has set up my Etsy shop, and she has made this podcast look a little bit more professional than I actually am at this point in time.
I mean, you're quite good. You're the face of it. That's, you know, that's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Yeah. So thanks, Mandy.
Oh, welcome.
So you want to tell us a bit about you, Mel?
Yeah, sure. So I like to do a lot of different art and craft things, just like Mum, and primarily I like to do a lot of crochet, and recently I've taken up embroidery or stitching, just sort of doing freehand things, which I really enjoy as well. And I've got a couple of things like that to show you a bit later. If you wanted to follow my Instagram or my Etsy, everything is art by Mandy Meow, and I'll put a little link in the show notes. But yeah, I'm just really excited to be here. I think that Mum's made a really nice channel, and I'm really glad that so many people have watched it already. I think that's just really nice because I love all the work that she does, and I think it's nice that everyone else does as well.
And we will often have a chat about every Friday. Mill normally has the day off, and at some point in time we will have a chat about what we're up to, what yarn we want to buy but not buying. And trying not to buy. Yeah, and all whatever we're up to, and we show each other. And so unfortunately Mel does live down in Victoria, and as I said in the last podcast, a little bit logistically challenging to get us both on the camera together, but she's up here on holidays and has been for the week. She goes home tomorrow.
I've got as much sun as I possibly can while I've been here, but like no comparison, obviously.
Yeah.
It's only been 5 days.
Yeah, but we've had a nice time. We've been out for a few brunches. Mandy has 3 dogs, and I've got 3 dogs, so we've had 6 dogs living in this house for the past week.
Which has been fun.
Yeah, good times.
It has been nice.
It has been good, yeah.
Everyone's well behaved.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, as I said before, Mill actually designed my logo. She has designed quite a few logos. So do you want to say a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So luckily I've had the opportunity to, I do a little bit of design, you know, sort of design work, I guess, for work and for my real job. But I really do like drawing and creating things online as well. So I've done some logos. I've done Mum's logo. I've also done Dad's logo for his trucking concrete company. And I've done a couple of other ones. So Dying to Knit, which is a WA based indie dyer in Australia. Her name's Michelle. And we worked on a logo together which turned out super cute, and I'll put a little picture of it here. And I think that the colours and everything just worked really well, and we had a really nice back and forth about it, and it's all kind of her vision, and we brought it together in the logo with our sort of chats about it. So that worked out really well. And way back when I did a logo for, I've forgotten the name of it now. They changed the name.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
So I'll put it. Yeah, knitting my shit together. I'll put another I'll put another picture of it up there. But that was a nice collaborative effort as well, and we had a lot of back and forth about it. It was a little bit different from like my normal style, but I think it worked out really well. And yeah, Willa said that she really loves it, and they're still using it, and I think they're probably about 20 podcasts in now, so that's cool. But if anyone's interested in anything like that, you can reach out to me on Instagram, and I'm always happy to work with people on logo design or other kind of aspects of social media. That's like sort of a hobby of mine, so I really enjoy doing it. So yeah, if you're interested,
because that also goes hand in hand with the tattoo designing that you do with those instant tattoos.
Yeah, it does. So I feel like you're really selling me here. Thank you. I've got the social media, you've got the PA thing going on. Yeah, I do tattoo designs for Inkbox, which is a Canadian based company that do temporary tattoo designs. They're all vegan, cruelty free, natural, and they're pretty cool. They have a lot of different designs on there. Stop trying to steal my show, please.
Come on, buddy, off you go.
You can't help it, he's too cute for words. And yeah, they're a very interesting startup, but they've come a really long way since I've been designing for them, which is probably a little over 12 months now, and I've got around about 40, I think, 30 or 40 designs up there, but I also do custom designs through Fiverr, or if you just want to get in touch with me via email or through Instagram. I've done a lot of custom designs for people who, you know, have had family members pass away and they want to get a tattoo, but they're sort of testing out whether you know, they're happy with that particular design. They'll just get a temporary one. They generally last for about 10 to 12 days, and yeah, just it gives you an idea as to, you know, placement and size and all that sort of thing to test it out first. But I have done a few that are sort of crochet related as well, so they've been fun. And I think that, yeah, they're just a fun thing to do, especially in summer. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we'll get into it. I've got 2 finished objects. Mill, you've got 2 finished objects? Yep. All right, so I'll show my first finished object, which I'll only talk briefly about because I showed it last week and it was pretty much finished last week, and it's the Gardens of Gavinny shawl. And I believe that is a garden in Scotland. So I found out a little bit more about it. And this is my backwards knitting that I was talking about on the last podcast and that Jones asked for a little demo on. I finished all the border. Whenever I make a shawl, I always put one of my little tabs on it. So just so that when people are wearing it, it looks like it really has been handmade and it's custom and it's really nice. Now, I have got this for sale in the shop at the moment, but somebody has said that they really rather fancy it. And as a thank you for all the help that Mill's done, I am going to give this to her. So that won't be in the shop for sale anymore.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but I was really happy with how it turned out. And just a quick recap, it was the Malabrigo sock in Solace and Acro Iris, yeah, which is just a fingering shawl. So that's that one.
And it is beautiful.
Lovely and soft.
The colours. I love the... Yeah, even when you were making it, I feel like it didn't do it justice. Like, once you blocked it, that pattern really popped. It's just so beautiful.
I'll just do it, just a little close-up of it again so you can just have a quick look at all the detail, because I don't know whether you're appreciating this, but we've got a new camera situation and I'm hoping that the colour is a lot better than it was in the last video. I mean, I feel like I'm looking at the screen there. I'm trying not to because I noticed I was doing that a lot. So I'm hoping that it's a better quality picture for you all. All right.
If it's not, don't tell us. We're doing our best. We did our best. Alright, well, I'll show this. This was sort of a joint effort. So this is a boho bag, which Mum's a bit more prepared than me. I don't have any show notes, but I'll put them underneath in the description. I actually haven't finished quite weaving in the ends yet, but it is totally finished otherwise. So this is, yeah, a boho bag. The pattern is on Ravelry, and I will link to it. This really beautiful cotton Mum dyed for me. I'll just hold it up a bit closer so you can see. And the other reason that it was a collaborative effort was that Mum lined it for me also. So there's a cute little pocket in there, and there's really beautiful lining in there that matches really well with it in terms of just being sort of a nice floral hippie vibe, which is obviously exactly what you want in a boho bag.
And you'll be selling that in your Etsy shop, won't you?
That will be in my Etsy shop
eventually.
One day. Yeah, one day soon.
Yep. All right, now my second finished object has been a bit of a mission because I think I explained, well, I know I did explain last time my first and second place projects and things like that. The day after I posted the last podcast, Michelle from Dying to Knit, who Mill mentioned before, asked me if I'd like to test knit her current pattern. So I dropped everything because Michelle has been very kind to me and she has offered me a lot of advice where other people haven't. So she's been a very good Instagram friend.
Yeah.
So I dropped everything and got stuck into Michelle's test knit. So this is the Sand Groper shawl, and named because I've written this down because I'm not familiar on it, but apparently it's because the Perth is a very sandy, it's built on a sandy sort of base, and a lot of people in Western Australia are referred to as sand gropers because of that. So this is the shawl, and it gradiates from a very pale blue. These are my yarns that I dyed. It's one of the kits that I have in the shop. I did have it in the shop, pulled it straight out, and because it was the Sand Groper, I felt like the beachy theme in the green, in the blues, and I did run a poll on my Instagram out of 2 colours to see which one you guys thought would be the best, and this is the one that won the vote. The only modifications that I've done are that I ran out of the dark colour because I miscalculated in one of these sections and did too many rows. If I hadn't have done that, I probably would have been fine. But what I decided to do to fix the problem, and this is the beauty about making your own garments, you can customize them as you go along. So I have faded in to from the darkest color to the lightest color here, and put the little picot border on, which I think sits quite well. It looks quite nice with it. It's quite a big shawl, I will say that. Like,
it's massive.
I just pulled it off I literally had it on the blocks this morning, and I'll try and put it on for you so you can kind of see how it would sit. So let's see if we can manage that.
The colours are so beautiful. The yarn, I think the yarn that you chose, or that everyone else chose, works really well with the pattern. It was definitely the right choice in yarn. But it's a beautiful pattern. I think, is it her first?
It's her, I believe it's Michelle's first pattern, and I think that it's a very beginner friendly pattern. There's not too much that's complicated. Michelle is really quick and keen to help you iron out any problems. The cast on at the beginning was something a little bit unusual than I'd ever had before, so I did contact her, and she was quick to explain. She's got little demonstration tutorials on it. She is also selling on her webpage yarn kits for this, and she will help you choose yarns that she thinks are a good combo too. Like, you've bought her yarn for me before, and she's been really keen to help choose colours that are very complementary together. So yeah, I was really happy with the knit. I'm really happy with how it came out, and it's been a lot of fun, very enjoyable. So well done, Michelle, like really great one, good one.
Lovely.
All right, yeah, really happy. So what's your next one, Mel?
So my next one is sort of 2, but they're the same. So this is a cowl that I made out of yarn that you bought me for Christmas.
Yep.
I think it was for Christmas. And can I remember what the yarn was? Can you?
No, I can't remember. I bought so much.
It'll be in the show notes.
Yeah.
But it was a cotton blend.
Definitely. I think it was a cotton linen blend.
Very
actually.
Nice feel.
Yeah.
Cotton linen, or I think it was
Yes,
it
it's
had
really
a free,
soft. It's got a silky sort of texture to it.
Feels beautiful. It's soft. It's got a really lovely drape, which I think suits this particular sort of garment very well. With this, I did follow a pattern. Well, I didn't follow a pattern. I had a pattern and I didn't read it properly. So I'll link to the pattern because it's a beautiful pattern, but this is not it. It's sort of similar but different.
Again, that's the beauty about making
and it worked out, and the good thing about it was that I could still follow it in terms of the shape and everything, because I'd never made one of these sort of like all-in-one cowls before. But I really wanted to make something like this, and this was the perfect yarn. And the good thing about the pattern was it was quite easy to follow, and even when I realised I'd made a mistake, it was easy just to keep following it in the way that I was doing it. But this is basically just double crochet all the way down.
Was it a free
actually, Yeah, it was a free pattern.
Cool.
Yep. It's actually worked from the bottom up, so it was double crochet all the way up, and then double crochet all around the neck as well. And there was two. So I used two skeins. So there was an orangey browny colour and a bluey greeny colour, and I just striped them. And I also had quite a bit left over, enough that I could make another smaller one. So I was pretty excited about that. This one is a lot smaller, but some people like that.
It'd be good for a child as well.
Yeah.
Or a teenager.
I mean, would you give it to a child? It's too beautiful. No, you might.
Well,
or
you
I might put it on a dog. I might put it on my dog. Like, I don't know. It could be. Anyway. Yeah, I really like this yarn. And if we weren't on... Oh, I just found a mistake.
It's not a mistake.
I just found a original recipe.
Original, yeah.
Oh. I would, if we weren't not buying yarn this year, I would go and buy all the colours of this yarn immediately.
Yeah, it's very soft.
It's probably the
Nice to
nicest
work
yarn
with.
I've ever worked with. So yeah, thanks for that present.
Maybe if we could have a look and you could put the name of the brand at least in the.
Oh,
show
I've
notes.
got the colour and everything. I'll put all of that in the show notes. It's also all on my Ravelry. But yeah, I'll make sure it's all in the show notes if anyone else would like the beautiful yarn.
All right, so that takes us to whips. So I have only got one whip because I was working on the.
I wish you guys could see the pile of stuff she has already. It's quite the show and tell.
She's like, you can't show all of that, it's going to be too long. I'm like, all right, I'll try and cut it back a little bit. I just want to show all the things. I am still working on the face sweater, but I've done nothing on it. So I didn't want to like be repetitive and show it to you again. And I know I did tease you with this last time, so I did a couple of rows so that we could get an idea of what it's going to look like. But the details on this are, this is the Lovebird sweater by Kate Oates. And I showed it to you last time, and I've put the tiniest little bit in of the, oh, we're blurring out
Do you
a
want me
little
to
bit.
lift
Yeah,
it
you
forward?
do it. Mm-hmm.
It is beautiful.
There it
Look
is.
at that.
And it's got a little twist just on the neckline there, which I showed you last time.
Where's that?
Just there. See that little twist
Oh, yeah.
there? Yeah, so the wool is the Malabrigo Aroya, and it's a 5-ply. The colour, this,
Beautiful
as
colours.
I said last time, this colour is Archangel and this colour is Pearl, which has got a really nice, actually, a pink undertone to it. So these two are looking, I mean, in my eyes, they look fantastic together. And the colours are really popping. I'll give you a quick look at my floats at the back, although I think at this point in time when it's kind of bunched up on the needles, it's kind of hard to show that, but yeah, I'm still, you know, like everybody, I suppose, you sort of think, oh, am I leaving it loose enough? Am I leaving it loose enough? But it always works out in the end, doesn't it? So yeah, I'm really happy and hoping to get a bit more done on that now. And as I said, the other thing is the face sweater, so I'll keep going on that. But of course, my mind's buzzing with all the projects. But I try to stick to the plan. I'm not a loose cannon like that.
Try be one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, try.
All right.
So this is my, I've sort of got, I've got two, but one of them I've sort of stopped, I haven't worked on for a few weeks, but this is what I'm currently working on. This looks, slightly terrifying at the moment, sorry about that, but it is my dog, and it is going to be a present for my partner. It was supposed to be for our anniversary, which is today, but as you can see, it's still in whip form, so that doesn't matter. But it's gonna have an embroidered flower crown, and when I put a bit more of the detail in, it'll look a bit less scary and a bit more like a dog. But basically it's just the black outline of the dog and then a few details, but all in black, and then the coloured flower crown. around the top. So hopefully...
And you do have a couple of similar sort of things on your Instagram pictures
Yeah.
if people wondered, what is that actually going to look like?
Yeah, I have done a couple before. Well, I've just finished one, and you can see that on the Instagram now. But if you want to see this when it's finished, you can, I guess, follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, check it out.
Check it out.
All right, so that's all the knitting business that we've got to show you. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is, as I said on my last podcast, is that I'm always trying to find Etsy sellers that don't have many sales, that are Australian and in particular women, and have got beautiful, beautiful products that you can see they're putting so much effort into. And since I spoke to you last, I have a couple. I'll just show you this one briefly because I did do an Instagram post for this lady. So this is Beverly. Oh, that's the phone, but
Everyone ignore that.
yeah, please ignore that. We don't want to cut. We don't want to edit too much.
We're not
so-
editing this out.
and we're not answering it either. So it's just how we roll.
Let it ring.
Let it ring. They'll ring back. So this was Rock and Rose, and I bought quite a few of her soaps, and this is Beverly, and she was great to work with, and she was so excited for the sale, and
These are beautiful.
they are. The packaging is lovely. On the corner there,
Beautiful.
little put it over my face. Is that what the YouTube people do?
Yeah, you got it.
There we go. Little house and everything. I'm just going to have a look and see if I can tell you what the scent is. I'm not sure if it's written on the packet.
And it's so professional. Look at, even the back has got everything written down, little social media icons.
All right, so this one's Christmas pudding, which was the free. Beverly gave me this one for free because I was her first customer. I mean, she's literally got about 4 customers, and I believe one of my viewers of Instagram actually went to her and bought some and said that I'd sent her there. So I'm really happy about that. That
We're
it's
sharing the love.
Yeah, we're sharing the love, and it is working. So this one, what have you got there, Mel?
Where does it say what?
Just on the side
Oh,
there.
soft purple rain.
Yeah, soft purple rain.
And this has got some glitter on top. Look at that. This is so beautiful. It's probably the most beautiful handmade soap I've ever seen.
Yeah. And this one is, how do you reckon you say that, Mel? Positano.
Mm.
Let's go with that. Yeah, let's go with that.
Sounds like a swear word, but I'm sure it's not.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not. Look at the colour in that. It looks like the ocean.
It's literally the ocean.
It would go nicely with my new shawl,
Beautiful.
actually. And
This one's lemon meringue pie, which obviously I'm going to eat as soon as we finish this. But it is also beautiful.
so good job, Beverly.
Yeah,
And
nice work, Beverly.
She's on Etsy, obviously. Artisan Soap by Rock and Rose. All natural and handmade soap. And the
Put
other
link down there.
person off Etsy that I wanted to really show you this week was Joey and Jude. And I ordered a few things off them. And I just wanted to show you quickly how this came packaged before I actually dismantle it. What a beautiful
You want me to do
package.
it?
Yeah, you hold it up.
Okay. I wanted her to use it, but she was like, no, I must show everyone.
So beautiful. Such lovely packaging with a little card at the top here, a little butterfly. So it's almost like an unboxing.
Yeah.
Because I haven't actually I've taken it out to sniff it, but I haven't used any of it. So what I've got in here is, all their stuff is natural, French-inspired bath, body and beauty products. And they're on Instagram as JOIE_Jude_organics. So if you want to check them out. So the first thing, I'll have to leave my glasses on or I won't be able to read these bits to you. But the first thing is the candle, and the candle is champagne, berry and soy. So it's got the little logo on the lid, and it comes like that with some little dried flowers Oh, okay.
We just can't have nice things.
So, and I mean,
It smells so good.
It's going to have a good scent throw. It smells absolutely divine,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah, I just sniffed a flower up my nose, but it was worth it. No regrets.
Now, the other thing that I got, I thought this was the main thing that I was actually looking for because, you know, as knitters, our hands dry out quite a bit, and I thought I'll look for some hand balm because, you know, everybody talks about the tuft woolens, and, you know, I'd like to try that at some point, but it's kind of expensive to get it over here in Australia, and, you know, when you can get this sort of beautiful thing. But this is white tea balm, and look at the lid on this one.
So cool.
So beautiful. And let me just see if I can get this lid off. Alright, and we're back. We had a little technical difficulty. It's taken quite a bit of brain power, not mine, to sort it out. We've each got a beverage. I've got kombucha, it's sugar-free, and Mel has got
A beer.
Asian beer. I've also got a bag of bullets, which have sustained me for the last 40 minutes while we've been sorting this out, and Mel grabbed some chips.
The best flavour, the only flavour.
Salt and vinegar. So we're back. All right, let's get this done. So I think I was talking about the hand balm. So this, I would imagine this is very similar to the Tuft hand balm, which I know theirs comes in a stick, but this smells really nice. It is white tea, white tea balm. So that's really good. It is a hand balm made of all natural and organic products. But the thing I was really excited about was these little bits. I got 4 of them, and they're actually shower bombs, like a bath bomb, but you put them in the shower. So they were really reasonably priced. These were Australian $3.50, and my understanding is that you stand them in the corner of the shower, and as the water hits them, they let off a vapour, and each one of these has a different sort of therapeutic value. So this white one is rosemary and mint, and I've got a blue one here which is called wintergreen, and this is supposed to improve your mental health and reduce stress. There
Can
it
you
is.
smell them? Oh yeah.
That one. And I have got the green one, which is called Thieves, and this is a citron scent with lemon myrtle and cinnamon, and it is supposed to be healthy immune system. So that's the green one. Come on. There it is, I think. I can't see without my glasses.
It's like the others but green.
And the pink one, which is grapefruit, which is a sweet citrus scent from Pink Pamplemousse. I mean, who doesn't want a pamplemousse in the shower with them? I want a pamplemousse in my shower. And that one is a de-stress one as well. So they smell delicious, $3.50 each, great value. Go and check their Etsy store out.
Which one are you going to give me?
Let's see. Maybe I will give you, after the business of just sorting the camera out, maybe you should have the reduced stress one.
Yeah, I think so. I think we all need a bit of that one.
Yeah, so let's go with that. And the interesting thing is, Mel goes home tomorrow, so next time I record this, it's down to me.
You are
Horrifying. Horrifying. All right, now the last thing is just a little bit of my shop news as to what I've been making. So apart from knitting the shawl, I have been making some bags, and I've got these bags which I would classify as a sweater quantity size with a round bottom. And this is going to be sold as a kit in the shop, and it's got the pockets on the outside, and I've put pockets on the inside as well. That section there is a pocket, so it's got pockets on the inside, and I'm going to sell it as a set. So you'll get the bag, a matching yarn bowl. So I've got the same fabric on the inside, and I will be putting 2 little mini skeins with it. So I've got 2 sets of those to sell that I've made total kits for, with the basket, the yarn and the bowl, and the other one is this one. And I just want to point out that they've each got their a little individualized little, I don't know, is that blurry, Mel, do you think? What do you...
Yeah. There you go.
On the bag. And of course the new, which I put on my Instagram, my new, to make me look like super professional, my new Made by Whatnot sticker, folded tags. So I've got those, as well as a couple of other bags that'll be going in the shop. And the other thing I've got is I've still got 2 sets of mini skeins. So there's one of these left, which is the blues. Very similar colours to what I've done the shawl in. Is that, yeah, that's focused there. All the pretty colours, that one. And my husband makes my bands for me.
Cute.
Yep. And I've got 2 of these left of the brighter colours, which I think they're really pretty. Could be used for lots of different things. So I've got those 2. And the other thing that I put in the shop on Saturday was a selection of 8-ply 3 skein kits. I usually put the 4 skein kits in, but I just thought for people who don't like knitting in 4-ply, and there's a few people that don't, and want to knit a shawl or something along those lines, but want it in the 8-ply. So I've got a few different colours, but I just thought I'd quickly show you this one because I don't want to be going on and on about all the things I'm selling in the shop. It's just a little indication of what really I've been spending my time doing. So that's that. And I think, anything else you'd like to add, sweetie?
I would just like to say that the bags are very beautiful. So a big surprise to everyone that knows me would be that I did spend 2 years doing a sewing course at TAFE. That was clothing production, and literally couldn't sew my way out of a paper bag. So I think that says probably more about me than about the course. Nothing against TAFE. TAFE is great. But these bags are amazing. Like, the quality is great.
Turn it down.
No, they're really, really good. Like, I mean, I'm not going to say that my expectations were low, but I don't know many people that love sewing, but I think you've done a really good job.
I didn't sew when you were growing up very much.
No, I mean, the thought of sort of sitting at a sewing machine for too long is stressful to me. But I think, yeah, I mean, you've really mastered it, and I think the fabrics are really nice, and they're just really good quality. I mean, if I got one of those bags, I've got so many project bags, and I don't think any of them are that sort of quality, so
yeah,
they're really nice. I wasn't paid to say that.
and there's your bath bomb.
Yeah.
But no, we've had a great week, haven't we?
Yeah, we
It's
have.
been great having Mill here. I love seeing her. I love it when she comes up to visit me. And we've had a lot of fun, and with Beck as well, her partner. And yeah, we've had a great time. And
All our dogs.
yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing on with the podcast. I'm really enjoying it. Not the technical side of it so much, but I feel like I'm going to learn quite a lot this year. And you'll all be coming along on that journey with me, no doubt.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah. So, yeah. But thanks again to everybody that's subscribed, left comments. I've read every single one of them. I've tried to respond to everybody, not just on the YouTube, but on my Instagram as well, all the new people that have come there. It makes me feel very happy that I am being embraced as part of the community, and yeah, I just really appreciate it. As I've said in previous podcasts, I rarely leave the house. I don't go out and about. I feel safe, secure, and able-bodied almost in my own home because it's set up for me. So when I leave the home, it's a real slap in the face about what level of disability I am. So I don't really like that, so I don't go out too often. But it's nice to invite you all into my home and spend a little bit of time with me, and I've enjoyed introducing you to my baby. All right. So I'm glad the dogs have been quiet throughout this podcast. We've all been biting our fingernails hoping that 6 dogs are going to keep it on the down low, which they have. Thanks, kids.
Yeah.
And I'll be back maybe in less than a month, at least 2 weeks. So I will see you all then. Please leave some comments below. Let me know what you're all making. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Done.
Yes.
Okay, just a little extra before everybody comments. We've just Googled and there is going to be no pamplemousse in anybody's shower. We realise that a pamplemousse is not a thing. It's a pamplemousse. So before everybody comments and tells me...
Which is French for grapefruit.
Yes, which is a French word for grapefruit. Thanks, Mel. We've Googled that and...
Because I wanted to see what a pamplemousse was and where I could get one from.
yeah.
Grave
so,
disappointment.
Yeah. No pamplemouses in anyone's shower.
Sorry.